All right, guys, let's get started here. Let's see here. All right, welcome to the live session Wednesday, July 23rd. And let's take a look at ES first. So we just had this kind of rising wedge forming, but it got out of it. So let's get out of there. Let's redraw this here to about there. Let's see here. All right, so we got this bullish channel overview. Okay, we're in the mid section of the channel. It's kind of slowly grinding up, holding on that 20 SMA. Okay, we had consolidation all last week and the week before. And then here today we finally got a breakout. Well, we broke out above the breakout here, but we're kind of going sideways. Today we finally got a push to that 6,400. Okay, that 6,400 was our target area for our first target. And we said, above that 633.25 that we would be pushing towards that 6,400. So now we're here at that 6,400. Our next target is 6,450 and 6,500. Okay. We closed strong at the end of the day. We closed near the high of the day, if not at the high of the day. And it looks still good. Above 6,400, it looks like we're still going to be grinding up to 6,450, 6,500. All right. So, somebody asked me, when is the top? When is this? When is that? Well, the trend is still intact. The trend is still going. We're not going to fight the trend. We're going to continue on with the trend. And we're just going to let if it wants to print up, then let it print up. Okay. We figure that, the Fed is coming in and they're probably going to decrease rates. So that's, they're already pricing that in to the markets. So the markets are going higher. So the Fed comes in, we do cut rates. That's just going to confirm what the market's doing right now. The market's pushing before the Fed could cut rates. And I believe they will. I believe they will. They're getting extreme pressure to cutting rates, so I think they're gonna cut basic point off, 0.25 off this next one, and then maybe another one in October, and then December. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, but I do think that 25 basis point is going to be coming next month. Okay. So, and that's going to solidify what the market's doing right now. So the market's going and it's running, and it's anticipating that the Fed is going to cut rates. Okay, and that's why it's moving, because it's anticipating now if the Fed doesn't cut rates, now that would be an issue. All right, if the Fed doesn't cut rates, then market will fall. But most likely, the Feds are going to cut rates, and it's going to solidify how the movement has been going. And steadily, we're probably going to be a lot higher when we get to the Fed meeting, and then we'll probably do nothing if they do cut rates. We'll probably pop a little bit and then sell off after. Yeah. And there's no possible way that they're gonna increase rates. If they do that, market will tank for sure. But just give you an idea of why the market's moving, what I'm thinking of with the Fed meeting next month. But I don't think that's gonna happen. September is typically a bad month, but August is it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a month. July has been a good month, typically. August has been kind of a slow, choppy month. We've had one or two bad Augusts. September's have been sometimes bad. October, but November sometimes it's really bad. Okay, December typically choppy, and then bad, and then the end of the month really good. So we'll see how it goes this month, this time around. Okay, because we have Fed meetings that are going to be very important in November and December. So yeah, right now trend is up, trend is strong. Continue to flow with the trend. Okay, we're above 6,400. Okay, going to 6,450, and then 6,500. All right. Let's see SPY. All right, SPY. Again, remove that. Redraw channel. Send that one to the right. We broke out. What was this on Friday? Thursday? And then we kind of been wishy-washy for the past couple days. And then today we broke out of this here. Okay, we broke that 632.67, and we're going in that 640 area. Then after that 640 area, we'll be going to 465 area, and then 650. All right. So far, SPY keeps trending up, keeps going strong. We had nice volume today, average volume. Okay, 100% of average volume, and we closed at the highs. That's signaling that we're most likely going to gap up. Okay. So most likely gap up and start pushing towards that 640. So 640 calls a couple weeks out. Probably a good play. Most likely a good play. All right. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, let's see NASDAQ. See if we could get this here. All right, NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ is in the bullish channel here. Okay, can we remove all of these things here so we can see a little better here. All right, so NASDAQ, bullish channel. Okay, we're on the lower end of that bullish channel. We hit it today, and then we pushed up. Okay, target was 23,425. We hit that pretty much. Okay, we hit that really pretty much on the dot, and then we're steadily on that upper end of that channel, or that lower end of the channel. And, we do have a little slight bearish divergence, but as long as that channel doesn't break, we should continue on higher. Should continue on higher at 23,582, 23,787. Okay. And then from there, we should be going towards that 2,400. Okay. At 2,400 level. So as this looks good, let me see here, monthly. That monthly broke out. Nice reversal. Big candle, going into a big candle. Very strong breakout point here. Okay, being long the NASDAQ, being long the QQQs, not a bad idea. Okay, it looks like everything's going higher. Interest rates getting cut. Bitcoin going higher. That's an indication markets will go higher. Gold going higher. Silver going higher. Indication that inflation will go higher. Okay, so everything's going higher. And with more money in the world, of course, inflation is going to be there. And of course, the more inflation is going to come. Okay, so we'll be hit with inflation maybe next year. Okay, when everything starts to actually accumulate and figure things will be more expensive because a lot more people will be having money as well. Okay, and then cost of goods sold, cost of goods bought. Okay, everything will be a factor. Okay, so that's for the future. So let's make some money now, so we can afford all that shit. Okay, so NASDAQ looks like a good long here. Okay, as long as it doesn't break this 22,938, this is a long. It's a long, and it's a stay long. Okay. Going to the Qs. Okay. So take all this stuff out here so we could see what we're looking at. All right, let's grab this here. Okay. All right. So here we got a steep little uptrend. Steep little uptrend here. And we could see that the Qs are hitting that uptrending channel, and we're holding. Got a nice little bull flag here, and that bull flag is signaling that we can go to 570, 574, 575. Okay, so looks good. If the market continues like this, we're gonna keep going all-time highs. And with that going all-time highs, many other stocks will be going all-time highs, right? Because the overall markets are a signal that everything else is going higher as well, right? In a high tide, it lifts all boats. So every other stock in the markets are starting to be rising. Okay, so in the Qs, that means AMD, NVIDIA, SNCI. A lot of semis, they're going to be rising. Okay. A lot of major players in the markets that affect tech, they're going to be rising. Okay, so that's not the time to pull money out of your stocks, right? Of your retirement accounts and stuff like that. Let it run. Once the trend changes and it's showing more weakness, then we could say, okay, now we could anticipate, a drop or a major event in the world is going to happen or something like that. Right now, nothing really. Okay, so we have good news going around. We got investments coming in. We have Fed going to decrease rates. That's all. With Fed decreasing rates, that will bring in a lot more money in the markets as well. And this is a good example of why markets are moving. because they're anticipating that. Okay. Now the problem is, if it doesn't happen, then we have a problem in the markets, because the markets are moving up because they're anticipating that cut. If it doesn't, we have a problem. Okay. But for now, we don't have to worry about that because the markets are moving up on that opinion. So it's going to keep going. So let it keep going. All right. That's the Qs. Okay. IWM next. Okay, IWM hit the lower end of the channel, made a ascending triangle, pushing, broke out today. 226, going to 229, 2230. Okay, we have a bullish channel, and it's looking like it's gonna go higher. It's gonna go higher. It's gonna go to 230. Okay, 230 is gonna be the resistance of this here. So we're gonna have to see, does that break through that 230 or not? Okay, if it does, then this one's going back to 240s, 245, and we'll see if it can break all-time highs. But right now, from 171 to 226 is where we came from and where we're going on IWM. IWM looks good. Looks like it wants to go. It looks strong right here. Close at the highs. It looks like it wants to head towards that 230 for sure. Okay. So bullish SPY, bullish Qs, bullish IWM. Okay, DIA is next. DIA had a breakout as well today. Nice big breakout, DIA. Okay, now it's pushing to 451, then 455. Now remember, 451.60 or 451.55 is all-time highs. So if we break out of that, we're going to go to 450, but we're going to go a lot more. We're going to go a lot more. We're going to be going a lot more, break out and go a lot more. Now, if that happens, we break out. Let's look at this bull flag right here. This is a bull flag that is breaking out of on the weekly. We could have a big push. Big push. Okay. Big, huge push. About 465. 465 for a first target and more. 480 for the second target, most likely. So that's a big deal. Because that's breaking all-time highs, and then it has not lots of room to run. Now, if we're looking at the markets and we're saying, all right, SPY's breaking out all-time highs, QQQ's breaking out all-time highs, DIA is about to break out all-time highs, IWM is going to be on its way towards all-time highs. It hasn't got near it yet, but it's on its way. All the markets are lifting up. All the markets are doing well. Then you automatically could figure out and think that, hey, if all of these are doing well and they're going towards their all-time highs, most likely several heavy stocks that are in these places are going to be stronger and go towards their all-time highs as well. And that's a simple fact, right? So in airlines, they're going to go well. In semis, they're gonna go well. Okay. A lot of items that you're gonna be looking at these individual ETFs, they're gonna be doing well. Okay. So right now is the time to make easy money. It's everything's just going. Everything's just going. Okay. We're getting stronger. I mean, look at the volume on this one today. That's a good breakout. Okay, that's strong. Had 166% volume. So the average volume is 100%. Then you got 66 on top of that. 66% more than average volume on this breakout. That's a perfect breakout. Getting long this is an easy play. Okay, easy play. So keep that in mind. It's a lot of things that are going to be breaking out. So if you're looking at a stock, I'm just going to let you know right now. Okay, I'll go through all your guys' stocks that you want me to look at and everything. But if you're looking at a stock that is downtrending or going down and you want to find a bottom or you want to do this and that, that's a stupid play. It's a stupid play because there's so many other stocks in here that are pushing and going strong with these markets. And those are the ones that are easy. Those are the ones you want to be in. If you want to look at a stock that's falling and you want to try to catch a falling knife, for what? When you have all these markets rallying to all-time highs. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me, at least. But maybe you have an emotional connection to that stock and you really want it. But, you know, that's on you. But I'm telling you right now, there's so many stocks in the market that are going to be easy to play, easy to hold, and allow you to make some good money and let it run. Okay? If you could just find those ones, or and they're not even that hard to find, you know. You want to see what in DIA, you know, you want to see the Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones. That's it. These are all the stocks in the Dow Jones. That's it. You got Chevron. That's it for energy. Chevron, just Chevron. Industrials, Cat BA. Okay, Honeywell. Okay, MMM right there. Healthcare, UNH, J&J, and these guys. Okay, financials. You know, these 5 guys right here. Okay. Technology. That's it. Just Microsoft, NVIDIA. Okay, CRM, Apple. Right. These guys right here. Okay, that's it. Consumer discretion, that's it. That's it. That's all. Right? You want to see IWM? Okay, IWM. Industrials, you know, you have these. Okay? Healthcare, you have these. Information technology, you know, IWM has a lot more. You know, financials, you know, they have where we have, okay. Got a lot more versatility, right? Okay. Okay. You want to see S&P 500? Okay. There's S&P 500. Okay. You have a lot more variety, but easy one, Dow Jones. You know, you see what's your main player here? Okay. Right. Today, probably NVIDIA. Let me see. UNH slightly higher than NVIDIA, but not by much. Merck and Co. slightly higher than UNH, but not by much. There's no major player today on here, but you could see them. Okay. Okay, NASDAQ. Here you go. Here's your NASDAQ. Okay, you have a lot of information technology. You have some more, even though they say communication services, these are pretty much tech companies. Okay. You got tech companies more, even though it says consumer discretionary, right? And then you have a little bit of healthcare, a little bit of consumer staples, a little bit of industrials, utilities, energies, finance, and real estate, hardly any. Okay. So it's like, okay, you want to see a chart like this, you want to see what this stock is doing, right? You go into look at, okay, what are its big players doing, right? Whatever its big players doing. Okay, Russell 2000. Let's see. Take a look at Kratos, right? Copy Kratos, right? And then we see you see this one, rallying all this. I remember when this stock was like $5. That was a long time ago. I remember when it was like $5 and $10. and then it went back to 10, and now look at it, 61. So, it had a big day, right? Had a big day. So we see, okay, RBKL, right? Do that one. Okay. RBKL had a nice big giant day as well. Okay. Okay. Had a big day. So, why would you want to go find a stock that is so why would you want to go find a stock? Let's see here. Let's see what stock here. Okay. I don't see one really off the top of my head that is here. But we'll say this stock just for shits and giggles. Okay, Penny Mac. There you go. It's like, why would we want to look at this stock and try to get in it? Like, we wouldn't, right? Or like this stock, UNH. It's all the way back down, all the way over here. It failed breakout here. Okay, failed breakdown here. Okay, it's coming up. Maybe it does good, maybe it doesn't, but it's just been a shit stock. So it's like there's better things out there. There's a lot of better things out there, even BA's a better thing out there, right? BA's even breaking out. It's going to that 240 target that we have. Okay. So just giving you guys a heads up, there's markets are going all-time highs, and they're pushing through, and they're holding. Okay, there's other stocks out there that are doing that as well, and they're doing it because the markets are doing it, and it's a reflection on what other stocks are doing. So if you're wasting your time looking at stocks that are falling or at lows or this and that, it's just like, for what? The market's a bull market. Don't look for shit stocks in a bull market. Look for strong stocks in a bull market, because the strong stocks are going to continue to be stronger. Okay? Just understand that. All right. Now that I said my piece, I will look at your stocks. All right. This stock. I don't know too much about it. It has earnings coming up. So earnings are 50-50. I can't tell you anything else about it. This here. This was consolidation. It broke out. It's holding. As long as it holds above $1.34, it's good to go higher. But it has earnings 2 days before the market. So you only have tomorrow to get it or get out of it. And there you go. If it pushes, your target's 181 to 205. If it doesn't, you're coming back to $1. That's it. Earnings, I have no idea what the company is. Stock chart looks good, but earnings are 50-50. Doesn't matter what the chart looks like. The earnings are going to either make or break it. Doesn't matter. Okay. I think we talked about this stock last week. Said it has a double bottom. Okay. Earnings again coming up at the end of the month. So next week, it has a double bottom, possibly, but RSI doesn't look the greatest. That could be just a bounce. You know, this doesn't look like the greatest stock in the world. That's all I got to tell you. Maybe you get lucky here and it's the bottom. Maybe you don't. I would very. Stochastics looks good. RSI looks like crap. Okay, momentum looks like it's shifting. You know, you have that support at 27, 26. But you have earnings risk coming up. So if you want to play it, play it. But I have nothing else to say about that one. Okay. HUN. It's in a bullish channel, but it rejected the breakout here at 215. I mean, 1215. So you're going to get past that 1215 in order to go higher. But you're up near the upper channel. So, you know, either you go a little bit higher and then you stop it there and then come back either way. But probably this one's going to pull back. It's going to pull back and then maybe set up another bull flag or something. Make some room and then go. But earnings is 731. So this might just consolidate sideways until then. Make room and then go higher if it does. But otherwise, I don't like this false breakout with a rejection candle and an inverted cross on there. So I think it pulls back, consolidates, and then maybe goes. But if it does consolidate, this is a good telltale sign that it's going to consolidate for a while. Okay. Apple, nothing's changed. We have bullish above 209.70, which is 210 basically. We're above the 200 SMA, 20 SMA crossover. Okay, we need to break out 216.24 to get to 220, 226. Everything else, the same. I mean, there's nothing I haven't told you guys already. Okay, uptrend looks okay. Has a hanging man, but we have to see what tomorrow's candle brings. If we break out that 216.25, that's great. Okay, if we don't, and then we're going to come back down towards the 209.70 until this is ready to break out. So all of this area that we're in is consolidation zone. So all that's consolidation zone. It needs to break out. We don't want to consolidate forever. So do I think Apple's going to break out? Yeah, I do. But otherwise, it's not going to break out until it breaks out. Okay. Okay, this stock, I know I did it before, but I'm not that familiar with it. Okay, it had a hard resistance area here at that 1020 area. Had a big breakout here, 15, then came back to that 1020 area, and it's holding that right now on the daily. Okay, above the 20 SMA, has a bull flag, supports at $11, and it's right underneath that. Okay, has double reversal candles, but it needs an update tomorrow. Needs an update tomorrow, and then consolidation or whatnot. Earnings is what next week. So it needs to either break out in a couple days, or it's gonna wait for earnings. And then that needs to break out. It's gonna break out to 13 or higher, and if it breaks down, it's coming back below 10. That's not gonna be good if it's below 10.20. Okay. LMT is had earnings. Dropped today, holding 411, 410 area. It did put in a bullish harami on there. It needs to break above 423.37 tomorrow. If it does break above 423.37 tomorrow, that's going to confirm the bullish harami, and we'll start grinding back up. Okay, you could be long this as long as it doesn't break 410. If it breaks 410, this thing is broken. Okay. Okay, LO. All right. Now this one, I don't really like patterns like this. Okay, you know, some people will be like, "Oh, well, that's a head and inverse head and shoulders, or it's a cup and handle." But the reality is, this was previous breakout here. Okay, we can see the resistance. It broke out, came back, lost the breakout, came back up, came back to this area, failed again, and now it's consolidating, making an inverse head and shoulders. But see, the problem is, inverse head and shoulders aren't at the top of a trend. They're at the bottom of a trend. So this is just a weak pattern. It's a weak pattern, and I don't like it. I would not be long this stock. Maybe it goes. Maybe all patterns are not created equal. So sometimes patterns fail and sometimes patterns go. So if this pattern actually goes, then great. It's gonna go it's gonna go 75.81. But if it doesn't, it's gonna go back 56 and underneath 56. And if it goes back underneath 56, that's gonna be a big problem. Okay. Under 56, no good. Under 53, 50, no, really good, no good. Okay, we had a bearish divergence on this back there, and it's still on. It's still on there. So I would definitely be cautious on that. Definitely be cautious on that. Okay. All right, coin. Look at. Here's the thing about coin. We hit the top of the channel. Okay. 444.65. We hit the top of the channel. Okay. We double hit it right here. Pulled back. All right. Okay. Today we had a little reversal, but we'll see if it confirms. All right. I wanted it to see if it hit that 20 SMA here at 378. That would have been nice because that's support right here, 380. And that would have been a double. Nice. We could have got in there nicely. But most likely, this one. This one is going to more so consolidate. If it turns and pops up tomorrow, great. But I think it just consolidates here. Because we don't have real room. We don't have any room. If we would have broke out of here, then we would have the room to go to 450, 460. But we didn't. We got rejected. We got bearish engulfing. We fell. Okay. We didn't quite hit the 20 SMA, but we fell. Okay. And then now we're probably going to come back up. Consolidate for a little bit, and then earnings are going to be end of the month, so next week. So do I see any big moves coming in the foreseeable week? No, I don't. Earnings are next week. This is going to consolidate sideways until then, and that's what it is. That's how stocks work when earnings are coming. Now, if it starts running hard for earnings, and it doesn't, if it does run up before earnings, that's a big sign that you should get out. We should get out. Okay, we got a bearish divergence as well. So got a bearish divergence up here with new highs. So that's another telltale sign that we're either pulling back or we're going sideways. Okay. I think personally we're just going to go sideways until earnings. All right. For coin. Okay. So like here's an example of a stock that, you know, it's falling. It's falling and falling and falling. Right? This is a stock that you don't want to really look at. But we'll look at it. Okay. Lulu came here, bounced. Okay, came here. Possible double bottom, but it's not looking like it's holding really well. RSI is not good. Okay, it needs to hold. It needs to hold 224.30. That's not. It's having trouble. Okay, there's a slight bullish divergence on the daily. That's good. But this thing needs to get past 224.30, and then from there we get past that 227, and then we got to get past that 233, and then this might have a chance. But maybe it's a double bottom, maybe it's a W pattern. Okay, maybe this is a W pattern here, right here, this right here, and then it comes back up here. Maybe that happens. But right now, all I could tell you is you could be long this above 224.30. Okay. And then long it even more above 227.66. And then long it even more above 233.66. If it gets below 221, get out of it. Okay, UNH. All right, UNH. Tried to get over that 50 here when we try to play it. Okay, it did well, but then it died. Came all the way back down, died underneath. It's barely getting back above water right now, 291.59. Okay, barely getting back above water. Okay, not the best sign, especially earnings are coming up the 29th, which is next week. Okay, Monday. So we're below all this moving averages. I just think there's better things out there. There's better things out there to play than to play a stock that's been falling and has earnings coming up and it's barely above water. But you know, maybe it changes everything around and it turns up. But you're not gonna be able to tell that from right here. Okay, we got it back above water. But here's the thing: we broke out here, fell down. Okay, broke down here and back up. Okay, now where are we at? This is consolidation zone, right? This is consolidation zone. We got the lower tier, we have the upper tier. Fell out. Okay, got back up on the inside of the lower tier. So we could come back up, but we could stay right here. We could just stay right here. So it looks like it wants to go. Look at once ago. Everything looks good. Looks good. I would just be cautious on it. Did us dirty before. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. HU. I don't think this is working. I don't think that's a stock. Well, it's not working on mine side, so sorry. Gotta move on. R. Okay. Nice. Okay. See, this one loaded right away. The other one didn't load at all. So, gotta give me right tickers that actually work. All right. This stock. Look, this stock is firing the squeeze up. Momentum's up. Everything's up, but it has this long consolidation zone. Long consolidation zone. Mid-level. Right here. And, fired up before and came back down, fired down. Now you're in the lower consolidation zone. But you're still in consolidation zones. So maybe you got, this likes to consolidate, and this one got out here. This is a stock that I just wouldn't play. I just wouldn't play this one at all. There's so many good things out there. Like, I don't know why this is on your radar. It doesn't look attractive to me at all. It could consolidate in here for a long time, just like it did here. Consolidate here, it pops up, then comes back down, consolidates. Maybe you get a pop or two, but you have 10 days of consolidation. 2 to 3 weeks of consolidation. Drop off, another 2 to 3 weeks of consolidation, fall off. Another 2 weeks to 3 weeks of consolidation. Pops, and then another 2 to 3 weeks consolidation. Pops, and what? Another 2 to 3 weeks consolidation. Not a stock for me. Okay, sorry about that, but I'm not interested in that. NBO, this is another stock that, consolidation zone, it pops, it drops, consolidation, drops. Here it's popping. It's getting rejected at the moving averages. If it gets back underneath that 69.62, it's going to consolidate here. In here. Okay, our side's poking its head out. We had some good volume on here. But we need to get over those moving averages. If you could get over those moving averages, you'll go here. You'll go here. If you could go here, then you possibly could go here. And if you go there, you could possibly go here. Okay. So, but you need to get above 69.62. You need to stay above there. Well, you need to stay actually above 70.53, and then you can go 72, 76, 79. If not, you're going to be right here consolidating here. Okay, CVX. CVX. Okay. Here, let me see. Duplicate. Let me see if I can just clear all this out. All right. CVX. What is it looking like? Beautiful. Okay. CVX. What does it look like? Well, it looks like, let's see here. Looks like gap fill. Okay, so here's a gap fill. Okay, let's move that. I'll go ahead this one here. On there, right there. Okay. So it looks like there's a gap fill right here at 155.80. Okay. So 155.80. Okay, gap fill. All right, there's another gap fill right here at 165.85. Okay, 165.85. Okay. Now that looks like a breakout point. Okay, here. So it looks like it hit here, 155.80, pulled back, bounced up here, opened at 155.80, pulled back again. We're holding that 200 SMA. So we're coming back up. Okay. Coming back up, really good. All right, so it looks like every time we get to that 155.80, it's gonna pull back. All right, so it looks like we're steadily rising up, but we're creating an ascending triangle, and we're probably gonna create that ascending triangle all the way until earnings, which is 8.1, and then 8.1, where they're gonna break up, we're gonna break down. I have an inclination that we break up. We break up and then we rally on up to 165 to the other gap fill. Okay. But overall, this looks bullish. RSI is above 50. Stochastic is not doing anything. Okay. It looks like it's going to pop up in this consolidate. We're going to consolidate for another week. Another week of consolidation. It's going to might pop up, maybe pop back down, but it's going to be consolidating. In between, I want to say we consolidate between 151 and 155. We consolidate until earnings, and then earnings comes, and I think we break out, and we go to 160, and then we rally on up to 165. And I think that's what happens with CVX. Okay. All right, Qualcomm. Okay. Well, Qualcomm possibly has this channel here. Possibly has this channel. And it's above its moving averages here. it's at the lower end of the channel. Earnings are next week. So I mean, look, tech looks good. Tech looks good. I gotta say that. Even though tech looks good, Qualcomm maybe goes a little higher, but I don't think it does too much because earnings are next week. And if it does start running and going higher before earnings, I would be cautious on it. Overall, it looks okay. R size above 50. DMI's in crossover green. Stochastics looks okay. A target area here would be about 175 for the next month. But you're going to have to play earnings. And if that's what you want to do, then that's what you have to do. But otherwise, I think this can consolidate sideways a little bit more because I think earnings wants this big leeway here. And if we push up, it's not going to have that leeway. So it didn't fire this bull flag here. And that's not good. So either it gets back above that bull flag and then consolidates, or it just goes up. But otherwise, I think this one, you just have to wait for earnings. All right, MU. All right, MU. All right, so right off the bat, don't like that MU is back underneath here, right? So this consolidation zone, we got the lower end, we got the upper end. We rallied on past it and then came back down. Lost the 20, lost the 114 support, lost the 111.30. Okay, not good. Let's see. MU, okay. So MU has a baby bullish Harami. Okay, not the best one. It's a baby one. Okay, it's a baby one. It needs to be above 110.29 in order to clear that baby one. To confirm that baby one. Okay. All right, so that needs higher above. So it needs a higher above to close a candle that's higher above there. Okay, and more likely more than 111.30. So that at 110.30, so you need to get above 110.30. If it keeps running above 111.30, then that'd be a nice bullish Harami setup to move. But moreover, you need to be above 114.24. Or to be above that, then that's gonna be very bullish. Okay. Now you do have a overall weekly bull flag. Okay, you have an overall weekly bull flag, but I don't like this arch pyramid stuff. So this weekly candle needs to come back up above 114 and needs a hold, and then that arch will go away. There won't be no arch if this candle could close above 114.24 this week. Can it do that? Sure it could. As long as this bullish Harami confirms, and then we could go up the next 2 days. All right? Otherwise, I don't like it. Okay. All right. Okay. SoFi. All right, SoFi. So far, we made a lot of money on this stock throughout this year. A lot of money on this stock throughout this year. Pretty much, what did we do on this stock? We bought down here, right? We got it at like $9 or $8. We got it like $9, I think. What else did it? Did we buy it right here at 7? Yeah. Oh yeah, we did. So we bought last year and this year. We made a lot of money. So we got it up here, sold it up here. Okay, came back, bought it here. Okay, came back, bought it here. Maybe no, just bought it here. Bought it here, and it's already doubled from where we bought it again. We made almost. We're going higher. We're going high. We're like at 500%. I think 600%. Maybe going to 1,000%. We'll see. But it has a bull flag on it. That's it. It rallied up pretty much all here. Okay, it has a bull flag on it. You know, maybe this is A, B. Maybe we get a C down. We'll see. But above 20, it's holding 20. 20 is a breakout point. So, looks good above 20. Still bull flag. Earnings 529. Probably not going to do much until then. Look, anytime earnings are around the corner, don't expect the stock to do much. And if it does do a lot, then you should be worried about earnings. You should be really worried about earnings. Because if the stock does a lot, earnings comes, most likely stock doesn't do much. Now, if the stock doesn't do anything and earnings come, most likely stock is going to do something nice or something bad, but it's going to move. It's definitely going to move. Okay. All right. Walmart. Okay, Walmart. Walmart here. Walmart is definitely in consolidation. It's in consolidation dead zone. So consolidating sideways. You got your lower end, you got your upper end. You got a little head and shoulders pattern here, but it's not firing. But it looks like sideways action. You got your upper end here, you got your lower end here. I feel like that's dead money. Dead money on Walmart. Okay. Crowd. A lot of people have been asking me about crowd these past 2 weeks. And I keep telling them I don't like it. Keep telling them don't like it. And has it changed? Let me see. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. Do not like it. Look at that. Perfect reason why I don't like it. Okay, RSI came in, hit the 50, dropped out. Stochastics going down. Not even crossing over. No good. Okay. Okay, DMI red in control. Volume is trash. Okay. We broke a new low. Okay. Don't like it. Don't like it. I didn't like it then. Don't like it now. Okay. It's going to come back here to 451. Probably test that. Maybe hold that for a little bit. If it loses that, you're in big trouble. If not, you're going to consolidate right here for a little while. But do I like crowd? No, I do not. Again, I do not like it. I do not like it then. I do not like it now. I do not like it at all. Okay. Okay, next one here. Okay. Let's see here. All right. All right, so all right, with this one, looks like it rallied up pretty hard from $6 all the way to $17. What is this? It's a vertically enters air mobility engages building an electrical vertical takeoff and landing craft optimized air transportation servicing the United States, Dubai to build an arsenal aerial riding service. Okay, so this is an aerial. It's trying to build an aerial riding service. Okay, so it's new. Okay, I don't think aerial rides are there yet. Let's see what market is. What market cap is this already? Okay. Okay. All right. So this is a mobile or a aerial commuter service, right? Like a mobile Uber, okay, or a Joby. I feel like I heard about that before. All right, so look at the stock. Okay, so something must have happened. Must have had good earnings, or no, not earnings yet, but something must have happened that pushed the stock so high. Okay, what kind of news did it come in? Okay. All right. Nothing really worth me reading. Okay, so it's a high flying stock. All right, I'll give it to you simply. Above 16, I'd be long it. Okay, above 18.55, it goes to 20, 22.75. Below 15.95, comes back down to 13. All right. That's what I got for that. Jobby. Okay, HD. All right, HD. All right, HD. Okay. All right, HD here. Consolidating in between 350 or 347 and 380. So $30 consolidation area. Okay. $30 consolidation area. Okay, there's your mid level. There's your okay. All right, so we could push this. If we could push that 385, we could go 400 area there. But if you can't break out of here, you're just going to be in la la land over here in consolidation zone. And believe me, you're in a consolidation zone. Just because this has a bull flag and you think it's going strong right here, no, you're still in consolidation zone. All this right here is the consolidation zone. All that's consolidation. Okay, try to break down, came back up, try to break up, came back down. All right, we'll see. Does that break through? If it does break through, we go 397, 400. If not, this consolidates. And you're going to be in the box. You're going to be stuck in the box. Okay. And oh, look at that perfect head and shoulders pattern on HD. Fire down, and then now, could this be an inverse head and shoulders? Let's try it out. Let's see, one shoulder, the head. Okay, the right shoulder breakout. We'll see. Let's see if we could break out, because it hasn't broken out in these ones. So if this is an inverse head and shoulders, if we break out of that 380, you'll go to 400 for sure. If it does. Okay, we got to squeeze. Our side looks good. Inverse head and shoulders does look good. It looks decent. But you are still in that consolidation. But it's okay. You that's where you want consolidation to happen, in those inverse head and shoulders. Okay, so here you're in consolidation too. Right here you're in consolidation, but you're in a bearish consolidation, because that's head and shoulders pattern. Here you're in consolidation, but you could be in a bullish consolidation because you're inverse head and shoulders. So if you break out of here, 380.24, you're going to hit 385 first, and then you're going to hit 400. Okay, so that could be a possible good one. But you got to break that 380. Got to break that 380. All right. Okay, SLV. SLV. Okay, SLV broke out of here. I think we made some money on this one, right? Yeah, I think so. Made some money on it. Okay, pulled back. And then pushing. Let's see here. I said that I like the oil. I like oil. I like Bitcoin. I like metals, gold, silver. And why? Because I believe inflation is coming, right? Yeah. So, silver doing well. It's going to 38. It's gonna slowly get there. I don't think it's gonna get there immediately, like shoot there, shoot up, like super fast. I think it's gonna chop around, pop up. Chop around, pop up, come near here, then chop around here, keep going up. But do I like it? Does it look good? Yeah, I like it. It does look good. So, sorry, I had some hair on me. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. Looks good. Looks really good. All right. Oh. 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 Damn. Now, on the other hand, do I like Uber? No. Do not like this one at all. Nope. Do not like this at all. Do not like this one at all. Okay, you have a high here, broke out here, made a new high, fell back here. Now you got a little head and shoulders action here, and looking like it's about to drop off. Yeah, don't like this one at all. No thank you on this one. RSI already below 50. Stochastics already coming down. Yeah, don't like this one at all. This one's going down to gap fill at 85. So, do I like it for puts? Love it. Love it for puts. Do I like it for calls? Absolutely not. You want to burn money? Get calls on this one. Okay. Now DE, okay, I was looking at this one today. I almost got into it today. I almost did. I almost got into DE today. I swear to you, because I looked at Cat, and those of you that are in the chat, I was like, holy shit, look at Cat. Cat's ripping, and I was just like, okay. I looked at DE, and I started recharting it. And I was like, okay, once it breaks this downtrend here, that it's gonna set up to go. So I was like, you know what? I think I want to do that. So I like it. Now, Cat is obviously doing a lot more, and is running a lot more, right? But I really like this setup. Here, let me grab this here. Charles channel. No. Okay. And then we could do that. Why not? Okay. So, sorry. RSI above 50, squeeze, setting up to the positive, which is nice. I like it a lot. Here, let me zoom out so you can see a little better. Okay, so let me do this one to the left. Okay, so that's holding this area as a resistance, and this is holding that as a support. This is building a bullish pennant here. If we go to the weekly, you can see that a lot better. Yep, you can see that a lot better. A nice little bullish pennant holding this support. Okay, I had gotten this. Was it last 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago? And then everybody was like, "Oh, this shit sucks," whatever. And then so they're like, "Get out of it." And then it popped all the way over here, and that one banked, right? So now I'm gonna get in it, and I don't want to hear anybody say shit about it because it's gonna go. So I'm gonna get in it tomorrow. I like it. I don't want to hear no complaining. If you're gonna complain about it, don't even bother getting in it, because I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna let it run. And whether it comes back in or not, if this falls back in and we consolidate all the way down to earnings, which I don't think it will. I think it will pop before that. But considering all the setup and everything, stochastics turning, squeeze setting up and turning, RSI setting up and turning. It's already green. DMI is letting current turn around and green and be green. I think this rallies on up, but if this does break out and starts rallying up and we get to 445 before earnings or 450 before earnings, I'm definitely not playing earnings. Although it might go hard, because we already had this idea of fucking it, this does look good. But we already had this huge idea. Remember, we made a lot of money on DE a while ago on this pop, on these pops here, on this pop especially, this pop here, I think. And then when it dropped, I don't know. Let me see the day. We made money. We made a ton of money here. Okay, and then we made a lot of money here. Okay, then we kind of lost money here, and then we lost money here. Okay, I think that it goes. And which ones am I gonna get? Well, let's see. August 15th or August 14th is its earnings, right? August 14th, 9 in the morning. So that's it's before market at 9 in the 8:14 before market. All right. So I'd get, let's see, 545 maybe, 550 maybe, 23 days. Okay, so it's like almost a month. You know what? Honestly, I think I have some money that's hanging out. I think I'm gonna go 530s or 525s and just spend the money. And I think those will double before. If we start running, I think they will double. Let's see, any lottos that I want for tomorrow? Let's see here. Thursday, Friday, 520. I'd be looking at 520 lottos for Friday for $1.80, $1.82, $1.82 tomorrow, and then I'd be looking at some. Those are 520 calls, okay, and then for August, I would do 525 calls. Spend a little bit of money, because if we do get to 520 tomorrow or Friday, these ones will already be worth like 15, 16 bucks. And then if we go even higher, 525 to 530 by next week, these are going to be worth double. These are going to be worth double, and then I'll be happy with that. Take those profits and let it be. If we get to 530, like we're right here where we've been getting stopped out on here, right there, 529.90, 530, right there. We get there this time, and we have those, we're gonna double up easy. Double up easy. Lottos will double up easy. $1.85 to like $3.20, $3.60. We could double up, especially if we fire the squeeze. That'd be beautiful. Cause cat is taking off big time. Like cat is ripping it hard. Like I was looking at cat. I said it's consolidating so much. I was like, it's not doing much. And then boom, these last 3 weeks just ripped it. I haven't even looked at it in like a couple weeks, and look at that. Boom, ripped it. Broke all time highs today. You know, and it has earnings 5.8. Okay, so that would be I think this could run into Cat's earning. If Cat's running that hard into its earnings, I think DE could wake up and start running. So am I going to get some tomorrow? Most definitely. And yeah, if it pulls back, I don't want to hear anything about it. Okay. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, RV. All right, Rivian. Rivian here. You know, it's just, I don't know. I don't see much. I don't see much here. Not a big fan of what I'm looking at. This is straight consolidation zone right here. The straight consolidation zone straight across. You're in consolidation here. Doesn't look great. You're above 50 on the RSI, you know, but doesn't look like it's doing anything or going anywhere. So maybe you got in at the bottom and you feel like it's going good, but overall, no, it's not. So earnings are coming up 5.5, so it's in 2 weeks. If you want to be long this, go ahead. By all means, be long it. You know, $12 is a good buy area. It's at 14. You're $2 away from there. 11's a better buy area. 10's the best buy area. I guess 14 is the fourth, fifth buy area. But you only have what, $1, $2 gain to 15 or 16. Yeah, if you want to be long this, be long it. But I'm not interested in this stock at all. Sorry. All right, HL. Okay, let's see here. All right, HL. All right, so all right, this is consolidation zone here. Okay, that's consolidation zone there. We got an ascending triangle setting up here. Earnings is what, 6.86. Okay, 8.6 is not until 2 weeks. So this is one you got to be careful with. Now, why do you have to be careful with this one? Because of two reasons. Number one, you have earnings coming up. Okay. Number two, you're getting very close to breaking out here. This could break out within this week or break out next week. But that's the problem, right? Because earnings are coming up. So if this breaks out before earnings, which it has to, whether that's up or down, it's going to break out or up or down. Okay. If it breaks up, okay, before earnings, I would be very cautious and I would get out before earnings or get out on the breakout. Okay, if it breaks down before earnings, okay, that may be an opportunity to buy. Possibly. I don't know. It depends. Okay, it depends on how it acts. But if it breaks down before earnings and then consolidates and then starts to recover on the day of earnings or whatnot, it could be a good opportunity to buy. But either way, whether it breaks up or breaks down, it's going to do it before earnings. And if that happens, you're going to get out. You have to get out of it whichever way it started. So if it broke out, get out. If it broke down, get out. Okay? It's a play. It's a trick. It's a trick. So whatever that trick is, right? If it breaks up and starts to run, they're getting people in there for earnings. So that earnings could either tank it or whatnot. Or whatever they want to do with it, right? Or if they break down, they're getting people out of it or getting people scared of it when the earnings are coming and maybe they moon. Okay. But either way, I feel like it's a trick. So, I feel like it's a trick. Okay. So whatever it does, break up or break down, it looks like it wants to break up. Nice squeeze on it. Nice everything. Everything looks good on it. But the earnings, it's going to break out before earnings. That's my only concern. Whenever a stock breaks out before earnings and starts running, that's always a red flag. Always a red flag. Okay. All right. Tesla, huh? Well, hey, look, Tesla just had earnings. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? What do you want me to chart with that? Right? Had earnings. So we go earnings here. Okay. Well, what does it mean? Right? Tesla had earnings. I kind of figured it was gonna have bad earnings. I said that in the chat. I said, I don't know if Tesla's gonna have good earnings because it had 20% reduction in car registrations, right? So obviously it's selling less cars. Squeeze firing down. It stopped at 418. We don't know what we don't know what it's gonna open at. We don't know. We could wake up tomorrow and it's back at 330. We could wake up tomorrow and it's at 300. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We don't know what the overnight action is, and it could do nothing. It could just open up at 318, and if it opens up at 318, it could be a possible buy, because that's where the 200 SMA is. 200 SMA is at 318.97. Okay, 318.16 is good support. Okay, that's also where the 20 SMA is. All right, and if it could open up at 318, 319 area, that could be a buy if it holds and pushes. Now, if it opens up below that, then this one's probably going to 312, and then that's iffy if it holds that. But if it opens up anywhere between 318 and 320, that could be a buy the dip situation. 318 and 320. Okay, 318 and 320.50. 320.50 cents. Those are from 318 to 320.50. Those are good areas to buy. Below 318, no good. All right. So that's all. That's it. That's all I gotta say about Tesla. There's nothing else to say. It had earnings, and we don't know what it's gonna open at tomorrow. So that's all I gotta say on that one. All right. Now, if it does open at 318, 320, it still has a bull flag on it, and it's gonna probably come back, and then it'll probably run. But other than that, not really interested in worrying about it right now. Worried about it tomorrow. All right. Now, see, we got in here, right? We banked here, and then it fell. And then what did I say? I said on our last live session, I said we've had a lot of stocks that break out, then break down, and then come back and rally. And then we added more here for a lot cheaper than we bought it over here. And we made bank today. Huge profits. We bought it here for 510. I think we sold a couple here maybe. And then we dropped down here. We bound here for 197, 196. Okay, and then boom, we popped back up here. We sold for 1050. That was a great play. Great, nice. I mean, we dropped and everybody was upset, but I was like, I feel like it's a fake out. We got to fake down. We got to fake up. We got to fake down. I've been seeing these a lot. I said, this is a possibility where it's gonna come back, and it did. Came back, took our 199 support. I think last week, yeah, that's what I said. Last week on our live session, I said we were down here. Yeah, that's where we were. We were down here. And I said, if we could reverse and get to 199.50 tomorrow, it's a buy. And then we did. And that's where we bought. If we would have bought here, it would have probably been 90 cents, 80 cents. But we bought over here for $1.90. Okay, bought here for $1.90, sold here for $10.50. Huge pop. All right, now what is it going to do now? Well, it needs to get past 221.67. That was our target, and we hit that perfectly, and it was perfect resistance. Okay, if we get through that, then we could go 227, 233. Now, if we don't, then we pull back, and we make these little bull flag patterns here. Okay, then we make these little bull flag patterns here, and then we set up, and then we go. Okay, but otherwise, if we get any pullback here down to 213 area, wait, let me see, 2 213 area till 213.50, 213.70. I'm going to buy again and then set up for a push into the 230s because I still like this stock. I mean, I liked it before. Yeah, I still like it. Yeah, I still like it. Everything looks good. RSI still not at 50. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I think this one tries to get back over 227. All right. I think this one's a buy all day. I think it's a buy all day. Let's see what leaps January. Leaps are a little expensive, but where do I think this is going? Let's see. Where do I think this is going? I think it gets back above 227 for sure. I think it could get to 267. I think 267 and 296. I think within the year could get back to 260, 270. So let's see. Wait, 3. Am I tripping? 267. Okay, 300. Yeah. Okay, and then this is January 16th. Okay. So they're pretty expensive here, huh? Even 270 is $2,600. $2,600. Okay, well, I guess it's an expensive stock. So, how about we do September? 60 days away, 3 months. Okay, 260 calls. Okay, they're kind of expensive still, but I might do one. I might do one or two, because I do think we get to 260 within the next month or two. The next 2 months for sure. So if I get 3 months for $13.20, and I could double up for another grand, make $1,000 per contract for every month. It's $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. So if I buy 3 contracts, okay, let me see. I'm gonna buy DE and then RH. Those are expensive stocks. I don't know. Well, you choose which poison you want to do, but I have DE and RH kind of in the similar situation. They're both about to break out. They're both expensive stocks. They're both going to take a lot of your income, and you're going to have to hold it for a month or two. So you're going to have to say, all right, can I put $5,000 in there and then double it up for another $5,000 and get paid $5,000 for the month? Or, which one do you want to put that in? Because they're both around the same price, right? So, let's see, DE was what? Which one? I said 525, right? But I said that one for August. 525, yeah, same price, about $13. So I don't know if you want to do half and half of that. Put the half there, so put $5,000, $5 to $10,000 in that one. This one's a lot more risky because it's 23 days, but we're at the breakout, right? We're at the breakout point. Okay, with RH, we're at the breakout point as well. But the 260, I would say, okay, if I wanted 260, then if I wanted a little cheaper for August, 220, 260, I would say I would do 245. 245, or you know what, it'd be 240 calls at $7. So that'd be a little cheaper. But if I really wanted to just give myself time and be less risky, I'd get the 260s for September 19th. And then I'll have 3 months for those gains to come. And who knows, maybe it goes higher. But the 260 to 278 is my target once we break out. And we could break out this week, next week, whatever. I think it looks good. But yeah, 288 is my next target. The 200 SMA. So here we're attempting to break out. If we build a bull flag and then break out, then we give it a little more time so we could buy. But if it starts breaking out like immediately, we don't have any more time to buy, so we buy now. But I think 267. I think that could hit in the next month. So those August 240 calls, there's August 240 calls. $6-7. that would be a good play. So I would do the August 240 calls, and then I could do the DE August. Was it 4 DE 530 or 525 calls? Yeah, those sound like good plays to me right there. All right, those sound like good plays to me. All right. So let's move on here. LV. All right, so see, like this is the type of this is what I said in that after I did all the ETFs. See, buying stuff like this is just why do you want this? Why do you want this? I just gave you two beautiful stocks that could really rip. And then you wanna dig in the bushes. Dig in the bushes and try to catch a falling knife. The problem with these stocks that are falling knives like this is you don't know if it's done. Okay, maybe it's not gonna drop right now for a little bit, but it doesn't matter because when you have a huge drop like this, you're gonna tend to do this. Go sideways. You're gonna go sideways. Okay? You're gonna go sideways. You're gonna go sideways. Okay? Unless they come out with some kind of news or something, or all this drop was a mistake, which it's very rare that this massive drop is a mistake. You're gonna go sideways. You're not going to go any higher than 300. So you got $3 more, and then you go sideways. So why bother? If you really believe in this stock, and you really want this stock, and you really, really, really are in love with this stock, by all means, try to jump in and do something with it. But I'm telling you from my experience, which is over 20 years, you're going to go sideways. And I could give you an example. What was it? Is it? Shit, just UNH? Okay, UNH, we just did that one, right? Perfect example right there. UNH. Oh, UNH. UNH. Drop. Okay? It bounced back up and then went sideways. Okay, and done shit. Okay, this is massive drop, just like your stock that you just showed me. And then what we do, we went back up a little bit from what, 248 to 320. Okay, so that's what, $60. What is it? $70, $70 jump, right? But you just had a what? 600 to 250. So that was like a what is that? $600. My mind is working all crazy right now. 606 minus 248. $350 drop. So you bouncing $70 after $280 drop or $380 drop. Like, that's nothing. And then you go sideways forever. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So if you want to get in the stock, cool. So this one dropped what? 401 to 271. Okay, so $125 drop, right? And then I'm saying you're gonna go to 300 max and then consolidate. That sounds reasonable. Yeah. So you got $4 more, and then you go sideways. So, I mean, it's up to you, but that's my opinion. Okay, on to the next one. Okay. All right, well, sorry, but I don't see this going anywhere at all. Bitmine immersion TE must not be a good one because every other coin or bit, or I don't even know what this is. It's sell money on its own account. Okay, well, I mean, Bitcoin is rallying, and all the others are rallying, and this one's doing nothing. It should tell you something about that stock. It's not doing anything, and it doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything for a while. And it's a brand new stock. Yeah. Maybe you want to buy and hold this for a long time, but right now it's not showing any life. You know, you see those people on life support where it's like doot. Yeah, this one's flatlining right now. It flatlined here, and then it had a big shock. This is when they put the defibrillators on them, and then it's going on flatline again. So it needs another shot of defibrillator, because this one's not going anywhere, and it has no history, so it can't help you there. All right, Webull, huh? So Webull, I told you guys several times. And here, I told you guys, if you want to get long Webull, you got to get long it just by leaps. So if you bought leaps at 11 or here at 12, then cool, you're making money. Okay? You're making some money here. Okay? So so if you did that, because you could go back on all my live sessions, and I told you every time they tell me about Bitcoin or bull, which is Webull, I'd say get long, just get long and forget about it. Just get long and forget about it. Get long and forget about it. Okay, so now we're here. Okay, you want to see another target? Another target's here, 1883. Okay, and then what is that? Yeah, that one's good. And if possibly you go past 1883, which I don't know, you could. 22. So those are your targets there. Here's your support right here. All right, so 1883, 22, possibly. That's a hard possibly. This one. Well, it might. You might. If it has enough momentum, it might. A lot of volume in here. So maybe it tops out at 22. So 18 it could definitely hit. 1888 could definitely hit. All right, next. Okay, next is okay. All right. Okay. Okay, this one, some SharpLink Gaming. Okay, look, it had a nice run up. Okay, it's past support here. 2850 is support. If we could get back above 2850, then it has a chance to go back to 40, and then above 40 could go to 50, and above 50 can go to 5960. But it needs to be back above 2850 in order for it to continue on pushing. Okay, not, it comes back to 2210 and touches the moving averages. Needs to hold that and bounce back up to 2850. Not bullish on it unless it's above 28.50. All right, Circle. Let's see what's going on with Circle. All right. Let's zoom in here. All right. You know what we got on Circle is we got a close today above the 20 SMA. And what else did we get? Come on, give me a little bit more. There we go. Oh, come on. Can you give me a little bit more? Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right, so we can see the 20 SMA is right here at 202.27. Okay. What did I say all day? What I say all day in the chat, I said we need to get above 22.27. I said 22.20, but we got above at 202.41. Okay, that's good. Okay, why is that good? Well, because we had an indecision candle right here. Now we have an inside day candle here above the 20 SMA. Okay, so what does that look like? Okay, well, it looks like, it still looks like a bear flag there, but let's see. Okay, it does. Okay, well, it looks like a little ascending triangle here. So if we break above this 202.78, which is where that resistance is, okay, we break through there and we go here 208. We go 208. Well, actually, we go 207.50. 207.50, okay, and if we could break that 207.50, we go 213, 212, 213, okay, and that's where I want to be, because that's where we have, what, 200 lottos? What is it, 200 or 205 lottos? 205 lottos. So even if we just get to 207, we're making double. We're doubled up. Okay, we get to 214 or 213, 212, we're probably tripling up. Okay, so is it a good lotto? Yeah, I think so. It closed over the 20 SMA, ascending triangle with the squeeze forming, R size right at 50. We'll see if it pushes or not. Circle has a good history of pushing, so we will see exactly how that goes. But otherwise, that is the reasoning. All right, and that's it. All right, RH already did. Okay, Google had earnings, right? So I don't know exactly. When I left, it had fell, but oh, look at that. All right, so there we go. Earnings came back, so that's good. So what did I say last? No, I don't think it was last live session. I think of the session before that. I said Google's going to be 200 before the end of the month. That's what I said. Okay, I got excited when it got close to 198, but then it dropped and then died. I thought it went all the way back down to 185. Well, that's when I stopped looking at it. So went back down to 185. Well, first it went to 195. Then it went back down, okay? And then it came back up, 198. Great. So our calls are going to bank, right? So we're going to do well. No. What does that show us? Okay. So do I think we could still get to 198? Yeah. I think we could get there. Now, do I think we could get to 200 this week? I don't know. I gotta see here. We're gonna see 200 duplicate. here. Um, Thursday, Friday. I think 197 would be max this week. Do I think we could get there next week? Yeah. I still think we could get there next week. Okay. But otherwise, we're up. Now the IV crush is going to come in, but it's not going to affect our calls too much because we have August 15th. Okay, and we don't have lottos on there. And I think as long as we're above 195, I think we're golden to get to 198 this week. So, yep, there it is. So Google, good job. Glad we held all of our swings on Google, going to 200 as I foretold and expected. So great. All right. Okay. Right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, what's next here? Got AMD next here. So I already did those ones. Okay. AMD. Okay, perfect here. All right, so now here's a problem. What's the problem, you say? Let's see, high is 161.96. 96. Okay. Okay. All right, now the problem here is we're up near our channel resistance, so I think that consolidation is still needed. Now we could still break out Friday. We could break out tomorrow and we get above like 161 or 162, and then Friday we could go to like 165, 167. That could be possible, but I would say it's more likely that we push towards 165. 170 area next week. So yeah, it looks good. Looks good. After hours looks good. Pushing. We'll see if it holds though. But yeah, it's a daily bull flag. Nothing really more to say there. Except what's it called? Buck. Let me see here. I swear I have. Didn't I get? Where are we at? Okay. See, does anybody still have the AMD 150 calls for August? Okay. I know that I sold some. I had 5, or I bought 4, and I sold 2, and I have 2 more. So I'll probably sell the rest around 170, and then I'll pick up some. 170 to 172 is going to be good resistance, but I think maybe tomorrow I pick up some more 180s, and then hopefully they hit before earnings, and then maybe I'll get some 170s, and then they hit before earnings, and then earnings comes, pull back or something, and then maybe I'll got some leaps for 200 calls for next year. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let me sell those AMDs 150s for big bucks when it hits 170, and then I'm gonna get some more 170 calls for next month, tomorrow. Okay, Oracle already did. So Excel. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. All right. SOXL is in a bullish channel, but it also has a bearish divergence here. Consolidating in this zone right here. Needs to hold that 200 SMA right at 2450. Looks like it's chopping around until it comes now near towards this area here, and then maybe it goes higher. But it's too early to tell. It's just consolidation right now. It's going sideways. The only positive things are it has a bullish channel. It made a new high, but also it's consolidating here, so really doesn't count. Bearish divergence though, stochastic. It's not gonna do anything right now. It's not gonna do anything right now. You're gonna have to wait until next week for it to maybe do something. Okay. Look, AI is a long swing, so that's all you need to do. Get a long swing of it, and that's it. You're gonna make money on it. You just get a long swing on it. You know, I wouldn't worry about the day-to-day. I wouldn't worry about it breaking out this week. I wouldn't worry about it breaking out next week. I wouldn't worry about it breaking out in the next 2 weeks. It's a long swing. Buy it long, and you're going to make money. Worry about it, what it's going to do, you're going to just drive yourself crazy. So, does it look good? Sure, it does look good. But you're at a major resistance at 30. Okay, so buy long and leave it alone. Don't look at it. Easy peasy, easy play. Easy play. Buy it long. That's what I did. What leaves did I get here? I got January 15, 2027. 40 calls. Okay. That's 2 years out or a year and a half out. 40 calls. And it's at 30 right now. So do I think this is going to rip past 40 in the next year? I do. But I don't want to worry about it. So I just bought January 15th. 2027 40 calls, and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, you have a big area of resistance right here, so I don't know when it's gonna get past it, but I'm sure it will. But this is your huge area of resistance right here. Now once it gets past it, we go 40, but when is that? I don't know. And you know, I wish I had that time frame for you, but I don't. So buy long and just leave it be, and you'll make some money. All right. Okay, Iran. Let's see. All right, so that's a positive thing. Over 16 is positive. That's good. Okay, so we got the high is at 28.25. Okay. Got some resistance here. Okay. Okay, weekly. Okay. All right, you Little W pattern here. Look, I'll be painfully honest with you. I think it's done. I think it's done right here, at least for a while. I don't think it goes more. And if it does, it's gonna have some really good news. But it had a W pattern, and that W pattern is complete. It completed on this drive here. It's trying to hold 18, but if all honesty, if it doesn't hold 18, and it gets back below 1590, this is done. Okay. It's if it does get back inside here, between 15 or 16 and 18, it's going to consolidate for a long time. So it's basically done. Maybe in the future it will pop and go to 28, but I think this is done for now. And I really think that it's a waste of time. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what I see. All right. Okay. SML. All right. Here. This one looks like a waste of time too. It's obviously, you could tell it's in a choppy, very, very choppy area. Okay. All of this area right here. All this area right here is complete chop. Okay. We try to break out of it, failed. Try to break out of it, held it, try to break out, failed. Now we're back inside of the main chop area. Okay, you have a bullish Harami here, but you got an uphill battle to fight. You got 100 SMA, 200 SMA, 50 SMA, 20 SMA, and then your major level of 733.80. You got to break all of these just to come back above water again. So this one, I mean, if you could get past 725.50, maybe you got a shot, but otherwise it's a waste of time. So many better things out there. So many better things. DE, RH, way better. All right. Okay. MicroStrategy. Okay, so MicroStrategy. All right, so MicroStrategy. We had that reversal here. We had this area. We had that breakout here. Okay, we got back under 430 here. That was no good. Okay, then we had this drop here. Now it's fighting with this 20 SMA. It hit that 406 and reversed. Okay, and it's fighting with this 20 SMA. It needs to get back above 418. If we could get back above 418, we could get back above 430. That's our goal. Back above 430.70 is our goal. That's where we want to be, but it needs to get back above 418 first, and then above 430.78, and then we could go. Okay, until it does all those two things, it's not going to do anything. Okay, it's not going to do anything right now. It could bounce right here. The only thing that looks good is it hasn't hit the 50, but it's about to hit the 50. Once it does that and bounces, this could bounce. Okay, maybe it just wants a reset. If it resets and it bounces, great. Okay. Otherwise, it is what it is. Okay. HE. Look at what can I tell you about this stock? It's a straight sideways stock. It's straight sideways. I don't know what the stock does. I don't know what is going on with it, but it looks like it's been going sideways for years, or at least a year. Okay, at least a year. You need to break 11.11. Not even that. You need to break 11. You need to break 11.40 in order for this stock to do anything. It has earnings coming up. 8.7. So this stock is not going to do anything unless it has some kind of news. It's not going to do anything until 8.7. And from the looks of it, it's been kind of staying in this situation for a very long time. And probably, it has okay volume of 1.1 million. It's okay, but it's doing nothing. It's just, it looks straight like dead money to me. I don't know why. I don't know why this looks interesting to you. It's just, it looks like, doesn't look it doesn't look good. It doesn't look bad. It just looks sideways. That's it. Say sideways. Okay, ASTS. Okay. This one looks okay. Space Mobile, whatever that is. That Boost Mobile's cousin. Let's see. Um, we broke out. Just did have a bearish divergence, but it looks like it's breaking that a little bit. Okay, so looks like it's breaking in a little bit, so that's good for longs at least. So it had a nice breakout here. Okay, that's breakout there, and then here on the weekly, we need to change that. So this is the thing. If you don't change that, then next week we have a problem if it falls. Okay, so if this doesn't break 61 this week, Friday or Thursday, if we don't break 61, then we consolidate. We consolidate next week, and we pull back next week as well. Okay, so if we don't break out 61 Thursday, Friday, or either or, and go higher, this is going to consolidate sideways. Okay, if we do break out, go 65, 70. Okay, but if you don't break out by Friday, 61, you're going sideways or you're pulling back. And your pullback support is right here, 53.50. Okay. And that's it. That's all I got there. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay, well, this stock likes to consolidate. It's consolidating a lot. It has a lot more room to consolidate. Has like a whole month, or whole couple, like 2-3 weeks, or yeah, 2-3 weeks, 2-3 weeks to consolidate some more. Okay, and then you have earnings on top of that on 8/7. So expect consolidation for the next 2 weeks at least. So this is, for me, it's dead money because it's going to stay in between its moving averages for until earnings. Okay. SMCI. SMCI is 4 days down, and then today we had a bullish Harami holding 50.55, and I told you guys last week we need to hold that 50.55. Okay, we got it back here. We're holding it. Bullish Harami. Tomorrow We need to be above 52.21. We get back above that, and we have a chance to go break out to that 54 area and go to 55. So if it all does that Thursday, Friday, then that'd be great. Okay, so but it looks good. Okay. Okay. Marvel bull flag still on there. Okay, right below that 20 SMA. Okay, kind of choppy here, but RSI holding that 50 pretty well. This is just holding for something. I don't know what it's holding for, but it wants to break out. But it's holding for something. Some kind of news, some kind of event. Maybe for some semi push, because Marvels does semis as well. And then once it does that, I could see it push towards that 83. But it still looks good. It's just consolidating. All right, same thing with Bitcoin. You know, it's at that 120 area and it's just consolidating. But look at that nice bull flag. Consolidating, nice bull flag. I still very bullish on that. All right. All right, guys. Well, we've been on here for a while. So 2 hours and 25 minutes. Okay. All right. So that's all I got for you guys today. And, you know, DE and HR, look at those. If you're in the chat, I'll put them in tomorrow. AMD also, nice, like it. And then I will see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out, stopping by.